Welcome to our Sommer Cable SYSBOXX webinar. Sommer Cable is originally a cable manufacturer. As you can see, our factory here and warehouses. And later on, we also added our Hycon connector brand, our SYSBOXX panel system that we're going to talk about today, and our Cardinal DVM electronic series, which we will talk about in a future web jam. Welcome, everyone. My name is Martin Hutschig, and I'm the CEO of Sommer Cable America. And I'm here today with Peter Rieck, who is in Germany, our product designer, inventor, jack of all trades, and the master of the SYSBOXX system. Welcome, Peter.
Hello, everybody.
So, Peter, tell us, what was the original idea behind SYSBOXX?
It was a long time ago when we started with that system, and the idea was firstly to find a system which is modular not only on the front panels, it should be also modular in the depth and also in the width and all the things around of a housing system that is not just a front panel. And that was the idea. And then the first request was out of the rock and roll. So everybody who's using live entertainment systems for PA, lighting and all that things. And that was the, let's say, the basic of that system. And we started also in the rock and roll. Today, we are more and more in the media and in studio area and all that things.
So while you switch on your screen to show us the SYSBOXX frames first, and then the modules. I show you the card game that you will get in the mail. So we have a few cards. Oops, Peter just switched on. That you see me in the bottom right. That has have the different frames. And I'll turn it over to you, Peter, again. So we're at SYSBOXX.com, which is a separate website from the Sommer Cable website, specifically designed for SYSBOXX. And what we see first is the different SYSBOXX frames. So the modular box with system, and then can you switch to the desktop, Peter, panel?
That one is the desktop version, which is called SysDesk in that case. And you can see here the frames. And then we do have the, Martin.
The wall, the wall part. Peter's screen switched to German, so this is also a little German lesson for you. So here you see the wall, and this wall frame we have in different sizes, with door and without door.
Yeah, the one you see is the biggest version with door. Yeah.
And I can hold up the catalog real quick. You have to look at the bottom right of your screen. You see the different sizes. Okay, then we move on to the next one, which is the floor.
These are frames which are made for the integration in floor tanks from the company called Obo Bettermann, which is also a German-based company, but I know that they are strong all around the world. And they are, let's say, they are a real standard in Europe, and it is it's good stuff.
That will be in the US as well, hopefully. And these are also available with a lid, so you can close the lid when you put them in the floor and prevent people from stepping inside of the box.
Yeah, exactly. That our Sys floor is just the frame. The tank itself is not from us. So.
Okay, and then finally we have. There's one more, right?
Yeah, the Sys panel.
The Sys panel, okay. And then we see that there is these empty spaces, basically in all of them. And we have over 100 different little modules, plates, with and without connectors that you can put in these spaces. And here you see the configurator. And at the bottom left of the screen, you see different modules that are 1 unit width. And then in the middle, you see 2 width units. or panels, let's call them, and then on the right side, 3 panels that are 3 wide. And as you can already see, there is a large variety with all kinds of pre-drilled or punched out holes or lasered holes for all kinds of different connectors, and we can supply them to you with or without connectors.
Yeah,
Again,
here you can see the versions with connectors
that you will get in the mail. You know, you get, each card has a different frame, a different module, a different panel on it. And if you have any questions, you can type them at the bottom right of your screen, and I will see them, and hopefully we can answer them. You see there we have German plugs in some of the modules, but we also have them in American plugs or British plugs and different.
Yeah, all around the world.
All around
These
the
are
world.
just a few pre-assembled modules. As you see, all the blank modules and empty modules, we can do everything, closely everything. We have a lot of different modules, and it's totally easy to create your custom module as well.
Mm-hmm. Which means you can, what does that mean? You can create your custom module
with connectors like you want and you need for your application.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
We are free. And what we can also do is that it's not, you cannot see that in that configurator. We can do all that things around engraving with laser machines onto that module. So it's not just about the connectors and the plates. We can do also an engraving with your special design, whatever. Yeah.
So we can label the connectors with input, output,
for example,
and so forth. We can use American connectors, right? What do you recommend is a question from Alberto. So what do we recommend, Peter? Typically Neutrik, right? Switchcraft, our own Hycon series.
Exactly, yeah. And the US style connector is, the plate is not in here. Oh, I'm sorry for that, but there, where is it? It is a new plate. It looks a bit like that multi-pin plates here, and then you can put in 2 sockets, which are in that case the big one, 13 amp with the grounding pin, and yeah, so you can easily use also US sockets or Chinese, Japanese, whatever you want.
And now Chris asks, how many slots does the chassis hold? So
it depends.
At the top you see the 2 rack space, 19 inch frame, right?
If you want to assemble a full 19-inch rack, in that case you have 12 units in the width. So you can integrate, for example, 12 1 width unit panels, or 6 2 or 4 3, and so. But it's not limited to 19-inch. So you can do it smaller than 19-inch. And in the near future, it will be also possible to do more than 19-inch, for example.
So why don't you show us how you put panels into a rack?
Let's just start with some XLR connectors. We just do drag and drop, for example, that one, and we could combine it with an 8-slot connector panel as well, and put in a SYSBOXX connector, and also, for example, an pre-assembled module with VGA, in that case, also available with HDMI and DisplayPort. So you're completely free in designing your own box. And if your box is full, it is just easy to add an additional row to do more than just one. Oh no, that is a side panel. So that one is a front panel. So, and Yeah, you're completely free. You can also do panels on the sides with connectors or rack mount ears or whatever. So you're completely free in the design of the box.
Mm-hmm. And then you can also put modules into the rear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's the same system. Yeah.
Okay. And then once you configured your panel, how do you proceed in basically placing your order?
Just let me remove that one. Oh, we can just move forward with that configuration. So the next slide will show you the possible size of the, let's say, SYSBOXX at the end. Mm-hmm. And here you can see typically the system asks you if you want to get it in 19-inch. What we have to do now, because we made a full frame with 12 width units, but if we just, for example, would do 10 width units, we can do the smallest SYSBOXX in that case. So in that case, it would be just 10 width unit in total. So, but currently we do have 12 units assembled, so we have to go for 19-inch.
Yeah. And
here you can add automatically blank plates, blank panels for covering all the
open
not
holes.
used slots in that case. And you can choose the depth of the housing. So currently there are two standard depths available. One is 80 millimeters, which is around 3 inches, and one is 140 millimeters, which is Martin, please help me.
5 to 6. Yeah,
something between of it. Yeah.
Your question, Chris. Are there custom depths possible, or more panels coming?
Yeah, you can do more than that. We call it depth units. In our case, 140 millimeters is 2 depth units. There's a special plate available to do more in the depths. So we did some special SYSBOXXes for customers, which was 600 millimeters. So the whole rack was full with SYSBOXX. That was the reason, because the customer want to get the possibility to use it also from the backside, and he don't want to go into the rack from the backside. So the box has to be that depth to use it in that case. Yeah.
Yeah. And then how do you continue? I see there you have like a 3D view.
Next, now you can see your SYSBOXX as a 3D box. It is just an animated view, so it's not real CAD, but it shows you what you will get at the end. So and you can see here the part list. The system is also calculating how many screws are needed. And if we go to the next slide, we will get a complete part list, and you can add comments. So it's totally easy.
Like, for example, to label the laser the panels, or to put connectors in. Okay. And then what are customer data annotations here on the right side?
Yeah, the good thing is you can now generate a PDF, which shows you. Let me hope that it will work with the screen sharing. No, it doesn't work.
But it generates a PDF that you can then.
It generates a complete PDF with pictures of the box, with all that comments, with part lists, with lists about needed screws and needed parts for the housing, for the frame. So you got a complete list. And a good thing in that list is, I will try to swap over the screen share. Give me 1 second, because that is an interesting part.
And do we ship the panel then completely assembled, or does the customer get it in parts and put it together himself or herself?
It's up on the customer, so we can do it complete as single parts. So in that case, you could use that part list here, like you see here. And the other option is that we do a whole assembling. So if there are connectors inside, we can do all the electric part. So we can do everything what the customer need in that case. So it's completely up on the customer. Now you see here the rear panel things and the left and right side panel things. And here the screws which are needed for front panels and also for the side panels. And then you can see the link, which is always available because it's a dynamic link, which generates always your box. So you can just save that PDF file for your documentation. And if you want to get back to that box, just click on that link and the configurator will generate your box again. The only thing which...
Or change things.
Sorry?
You can then add or change things.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing which is...
from scratch all the time.
Yeah, the only thing which is not working in that case is the comments, because the comments are not included in that link. But all the mechanic things, the position of the panels itself, the size of the box, all the things is included in that link.
Okay, cool. And then can you say quickly something about the panels that have already connectors and then a little PCB board in the back for connecting with other modules?
Yeah, that's easy. So in that case, I will turn the screen share off because it would be easier to see it on the picture. So what we do is not only just add plain connectors into the panels, we do have a lot of PCBs available with connectors on it, which are totally much more easier in the assembling on site than doing soldering, for example. So there are Phoenix connectors on the back side. So it's totally easy if you use, for example, our Mistral cable to do the electrical part, because it's just a Phoenix. You just need a little screwdriver and can just easy configure your electrical situation. So, and the good thing is that internally we use a flat ribbon cable system which comes with an lockable connector. Which is also really reliable. It's not the thing you typically think about if you use flat ribbon cables. And I do not have a sample here. I'm sorry for that. But I do have, for example, one of our new modules here. That is a TT phone module. And you see here, that is the flat ribbon connector thing. And it is totally easy to combine, for example, that module with DB25 or XLR or other multi-pin. So because just of that flat ribbon system. So you have four audio channels on each flat ribbon cable. And so it is a box for studio application is done within minutes.
Yeah. And if you have our catalog, I'll hold this up real quick. Page 420 is where the SYSBOXX parts start, and they go. You have all the rack boxes and a lot of the different panels, and they're also, of course, on our regular website. Here are the ones with connectors, a large variety. And there are some pre-assembled connector bases.
I can show you some pictures in the screen share again. Just let me.
And then, of course, if you're in the field and you get the card game, now you have all the different modules on these cards.
Here you can see, for example, a Phoenix XLR board. Sorry for the German language. We do have it with a 3-pin, 4-pin, 5-pin. We do also use that IDC connectors like you see here. which are also a good thing for fast installations. And we do have also
yeah, while you look at
transformer.
it, is it possible to build 12 XLR in and 6 XLR out? So 12 XLR, that would be 3 wide, right? So it would be 6. Yes, you can do that in a 2U panel.
In a 2U, it's easy, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But you must see that there are at maximum 16 XLRs on the width of the system in one row. So
yeah.
2 rows would be 32 in that case, yeah.
Yeah. Good question, Alberto. Thank you. All right.
Here you can see also a version with transformer splitters, for example. And yeah, we do have a lot of modules, and that could be an interesting thing for everybody.
Yeah. More based on your suggestions.
Yeah.
There will be more
variety. There's one module, for example, which started as a custom module. We got a request for an XLR patch field with normalizing. So if you see in the market, there's no patch field with normalizing with XLR connectors in the market. So we invite that. And that is made for a special application. And here you can see that is the laser engraving, and also with IDC connectors on the backside, and the 14-pin flat ribbon system connector. So you're completely free in configuring your arrangement, configuration, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant, Peter. Very excited, and thank you for your genius ideas and creativity. And thank you everyone for watching, and we will do this again very soon, probably talking about the HDMI toolkit and other innovative products that Peter and our team designed. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.